It's over. And a one-hopper off the wall. Chan rounds third. She's in to score. 1-0 Cardinal on a Jade Berry RBI double.
Stays clutch. Freshman in the lineup. We saw it last night. Just opens it up, and Sierra Sacco in center field playing really shallow. I thought she might have a chance at it, but looking at the replay, she was really shallow. More shallow than maybe normal with a runner at second base. And the power of Jade Berry at the plate, a huge run for Stanford to start this game.
And another runner in scoring position now, the 7th spot in the lineup, Kaylin Koch. And for what it's worth, about the question of bunting a runner over to third with runner at second and nobody out. Run expectancy would tell you a runner at second, nobody out. You expect 1.3 runs in that situation. Runner at third, the expectancy goes up with 1 out.
And it's so important for Stanford to just get a run. They need 1 with their ace in the circle. So if you have the opportunity to start an inning at second base, like no buts about it. Let's get this run across.
And Jade Berry makes the point moot. She just knocks it to center field.
You need this run? I got you. Here we go.
Done. I'm a freshman. Hitting 6th in the lineup. To the senior Koch, who just gets under that into foul ground, and Kennedy makes the play.
This was a 1-1 count, and just a little bit too sweet over the heart of the plate. That's as good a swing as you're going to see. The freshman on her horse all the way, sliding into second. Sacco trying to run it down, but look how far she had to run to go get it.
Is she channeling Michael, or is she channeling the security guard who in the last dance who beat him in the quarter tossing competition?
I don't know if that guy has a name, but I know exactly who you're talking about because it's just like the meme. I think she did that. Saw Caitlin Clark do that a couple of times this season.
John Michael Wozniak, by the way, is the security guard.
Perfect.
Give him his credit.
Yes. Iconic moment.
Liner and caught at second base by Hawkins. No time for a play at second with Edwards deep in the hole at short. So quickly, 2 retired as River Mailer goes down and brings up the number 9 hitter, Caitlin Lim. But you're right. When you have Nyjah Kennedy in the circle, 1 run may be all it takes, as Mississippi State experienced in their own right with their ace Aspen Wesley yesterday, working a complete game in a 1-0 victory where they had 2 hits and 3 base runners.
Such a strange game yesterday. Haley Rainey is going pitch for pitch with Aspen Wesley, throws a 2-hitter and loses. It's so tough.
That bunt is down but foul. Speaking of strange games, by the way, how about Omaha picking up a win yesterday to start, and they just beat Washington 3-2 in the Columbia Regional. So Omaha is now the first Regional 4 seed to start 2-0 since 2012.
Oh, man. The mayhem is here.
Fly ball out to right, and Cook just takes a couple of steps. She's under it. The inning is over. But the bottom of the second started with a throwing error. Jade Berry, an RBI double, and Stanford has a 1-0 lead here in the winners bracket. Fifth in OKC. For more information, go to NCAA.com. Your home for all 90 NCAA championships. Along with the All-American pitcher Kenzie Fowler, Mike Cousins here with you in Stanford, California. We go to the third, a 1-0 Stanford lead on a Jade Berry RBI double. Turn it back to Nyjah Kennedy, who's faced 6 batters, retired them all. Now 7 innings here in the postseason. She's yet to allow a base hit and has struck out 15. So bottom third of the order starts with Kylie Edwards, the shortstop. And so the question becomes here for Mississippi State, as they get in a long line of many perplexed opponents of Nyjah Kennedy, is how do we try and get offense going?
They've had a long conference, if you will, after that defensive inning. Going into the dugout, you could tell there was a lot of information being passed around. 6 batters batters have gone up to the plate and seen Nyjah, okay, what does that look like? Tell us what you're seeing. And then if the coaches, of course, are going to chime in what they're seeing as well. And just all those conversations. How do we figure her out?
Edwards, the freshman from Waldron, Indiana, about 45 minutes southeast of Indianapolis. A tremendous athlete, and her skill in the field, her athleticism, helped her win that starting job at shortstop, carrying over from a great high school career in which she was also a 1,000-point scorer in basketball. You're what, 5'11"? Do you play basketball in high school?
I say I'm 5'12".
It's like the NBA players who don't want to be 7-footers.
I'm 5'12". I played a little volleyball, played a little basketball. Yep. Not great, but I was out there.
2-2, foul ground. Gall got it with some room to spare. 7 in a row retired by Kennedy to start the game. I was lucky as a 6'4" human being to escape the family line of working as a circus freak and get into broadcasting. Played at basketball, scored 13 varsity points.
It's a great number.
Yeah, we're hanging a banner for that. Salem Hawkins, the number 8 hitter. Frozen by strike 1. Hawkins, Wesolowski, Edwards, freshman in this starting lineup. For a team returning to the postseason, and missed it out last year. 2022 really shook the softball world as they eliminated the number 2 national seed Florida State en route to a super regional. .305 regular season average. Hawkins, 4th best for a freshman in the SEC. Chases that pitch into the left-hand batter's box for Kennedy's 6th strikeout.
I think Hawkins was just guessing on that. I'm going to be honest, with 2 strikes. This is the pitch in the other batter's box. Look at the spin, the curve. Nothing is ever going to really tail down. It's going to tail up. It'll tail out. But you get a hitter to swing like that with a pitch location where it ended up, tells me she was just trying to sit on something low and inside. Which, to be fair, is not a bad strategy. You have to go up to the plate being unafraid to guess. I would go up there in the first 2 pitches, I'm looking one zone and I'm swinging big. I'm going to go get it. Sometimes with a pitcher that's as elite as Nyjah is, if you go up there with a plan, quote unquote, I mean, that's, no, you got to go up there and just guess a little bit and be okay with that. And then you get 2 strikes, well, you got to fight your tail off and see what you can do.
Riley St. Clair trying to bunt her way aboard. The left fielder takes 1 and 2. There are now 16 games this year after last night where Kennedy struck out at least 10. And she's trying for number 7 here to complete the first time through the lineup, and she's got it. 1, 2, 3 for the first 3 innings for a candidate for Player of the Year.
Number 7 out of 9 batters, Nyjah Kennedy, up over the eyes. The velocity that she's bringing, 70 miles an hour at the spin, she's got it all.
She's on the line.
I mean, I guess if there's a line, sure. I don't see one. It's just kind of mixed around dirt.
She is, as it's been said before, a habitual line stepper.
She's up there.
She got hit by a pitch and then picked off by the catcher, Ella Wesolowski, at second base on a throw from her knee. And we have seen from Kern and from Wesolowski now some tremendous defensive efforts here over the first day and now 2.5 innings in this game. Right center field, and it's Sacco with a beat on it. So Wesley, after giving up the RBI double to Jade Berry last inning, has retired 4 in a row.
Now batting for Stanford, number 18, Emily Jones.
Emily Jones, the last 18 games of the regular season, moved into that number 2 spot and was first team all Pac-12 this year. Their best hitter by average at 366. And there's no small part of that comes with hitting behind Taryn Kern and the pitches that you're going to see because of the plate appearances that Kern puts together.
Yeah, she's a great story this season, taking over center field, batting in the 2-hole, did neither of those things a season ago.
One deadened over to Barbary. And she zips it on to Salyn Hawkins for the putout. 2 away for the Cardinal, bottom 3 with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of the Berry RBI double.
That's a nice rebound there from Barbary at third base. That's how Stanford was able to score that 1 run. Had a throwing error on a bunt, almost the exact same play. So she shorts it up, gets the out at first base with the Speedy Jones running down the line.
Bases are clear for Ava Gall. This was another spot, first base, where Stanford had Emily Schultz and Jessica Allister, who we'll talk with in just a little bit. Said that the positions we were certain of coming into this season, pitcher, Nigel Kennedy, catcher, Ali Kaneshiro, and freshmen, sophomores, the underclassmen have made a huge impact this year. All was third team, all Pac-12, and all freshman team, and gets a hold of this out to right field. Cook is back, and the ball is gone. Turning Stanford. The Stanford hitters must be certified arborists because they're trying to take down the trees beyond the wall.
Well, that's why Ava Gall had to learn first base this season. Came in as a catcher, but Coach Allister said we have to have this freshman's bat in our lineup. In our 3-hole, that's a statement when you have a rookie holding down that big spot, that 3 spot. That was an absolute shot from the freshman.
Massive blast for her, so she's got 10 now. Kaneshiro, the team leader, with 11. This was not one of the regionals coming in where you looked at the team totals throughout the course of the year and said you expect it to be among the leaders of home runs hit. But the 2 that we have seen, both from Stanford, have been no doubters off the bat.
I was just thinking that. This is a pitcher-friendly ballpark. I pitched here when I played, and
you loved it, right?
As a pitcher would. It kind of holds the balls. I don't know if it's the trees or the way the wind blows. It's a high fence, 205 down the line. But the way those 2 home runs from Kaneshiro yesterday and then Ava Gall just now, man, I don't care where the fence is. Those balls are going out of the ballpark. This was an 0-2 pitch from Aspen Wesley. She's trying to go in tight to the hands because you know the power that Ava Gall has, but it was just sweet over the heart of the plate. Just absolutely crushed into the tree. Good thing that tree's there. There's some construction going on. You don't want to disrupt the construction, so.
Well, it's not as dangerous as your former home park Rita Hillenbrand Stadium in Arizona, where the parking is beyond the right field wall. Every time I go there, I'm worried I got to return the car with a smashed windshield. Here's Tara Moa McKinney, the pitching coach, for a conversation with Aspen Wesley.
Well, one thing I've been kind of picking up on right now is the last 2 innings, Stanford audibly is calling out when Aspen Wesley's throwing her off-speed rides. You can hear it from the dugout. It's a collective effort. You can hear sit. And so as a hitter, you have that information. You're trusting your team. Of course, if that's your game plan, that's something that you've been comfortable with the entire season. But I like the timeout. Coach Mowat, the pitching coach, new this season to Mississippi State, going out to talk to a fifth-year senior and just kind of reset, because that mentally is exhausting as a pitcher. You hear constantly, every single time you get ready to throw your off-speed, you're going to hear it very loud, sit.
Is that a tipped pitch situation, or they're just seeing it coming out of the hand?
It's something they're picking up on, the way that Aspen's gripping the ball or the way she goes back into her rocker. There's so many little things that go into picking pitches in our game, and it's a fair thing to do. It's been around for forever. There's ways that you can overcome that as a pitcher. Sometimes change your grip a little bit. Just because you're holding the ball a little bit differently, you're still going to spin it the same. So, you just need a couple of pitches to throw them off. And then all of a sudden they're yelling sit, but really you're still throwing a curveball, and that's when you get a hitter. That was it right there. You can hear it. And that's her off-speed rise ball, 54 miles an hour. She throws it exactly the same as her rise, the way she spins it, but there's got to be something that Stanford is seeing in the way that she's gripping the ball.
Swing and a miss, strike 3 on Chan, and the inning is over. Cardinal double their lead with an Ava Gall home run, and we'll visit with the head coach of Stanford, Jessica Allister, on the other side.